Steve Dotto here. How the heck you doing this fine day? Me? I'm feeling healthy, wealthy, and wise, if the truth be known. Actually, not quite as wealthy as I'd like to be, but definitely healthy and somewhat wise today because you and I are going to have a conversation about things that we can do when we are working to make us more productive and healthier. We're talking ergonomics today on Dottotech. Like myself, I imagine you spend a lot of time working at your computer, and it ravages our bodies in different ways. We all feel our elbows and our wrists and our fingers and our shoulders and our neck. We always feel, the effect of spending large amounts of time sitting at the computer. So today I want to talk about three different things that you can do, three different products that you could purchase that will help you to A, be more productive, and B, to mitigate some of the damages that happen to us when we're sitting and working at the computer for the lengths of time that we are. And I'm going to start right here with my eyes because I have eye issues and I've spent a lot of time thinking about and trying to figure out ways to reduce the amount of eye strain because that limits the amount of productivity I have on a daily basis. When my eyes get tired, I shut down. There's nothing I can do about it. And a lot of us experience eye strain on our computer for a variety of reasons. And typically speaking, a lot of those reasons are our computers. It's also the glare and the light and all of those sorts of things and just the work. But the glasses that we wear on a daily basis typically do not help us on computers. And here are the reasons. First of all, the distance of the computer screen. It's betwixt and between what glasses are designed for. Glasses are designed, if you say have bifocals, to give us a focus length for reading of about 18 inches or so, which is where we read. And then it's also designed for distance for driving, which is way out there. Our computer monitors are typically 22 to 26 inches away from our nose, which means that we actually have to be working hard to find the focus. So if you wear regular glasses, these are task glasses that I'm wearing right now, but if I put my regular glasses on, watch what happens to my head position so I can focus on the screen. It's there because with my progressive lenses, this is where I can find the focus. And I have to work hard with both my eyes and my neck muscles to make sure that I'm staying there. I would not be able to work too long like this on the computer, or I would pay a price for it. Task glasses, on the other hand, are set for single focus. They are only set for the distance that they're designed to work on. So they don't work well for reading. They work terribly for distance, but they work brilliantly for this distance here. So look at where my head is. Comfortable, looking exactly. My head is straight, looking at the screen. Plus, they focus on pretty much the entire surface of the glass area because there's no changes in the lens to allow for different focal lengths. So consequently, I'm able to just relax and spend a lot more time working with a lot less wear and tear on my eyes. So the task glasses that you typically purchase have a focus like this. They also have a tint often that will reduce the amount of glare coming off the blue light and the effect of the blue light. Now, I don't use a tinted lens because I do these videos all the time. These glasses, my regular glasses that I wear on a daily basis, they do have a tint, and they also don't have the same anti-glare coating that the task glasses do. So for doing things like I do with the video, with all the lights and stuff, you can see that there's glare on the glasses, and you can also see the color of the tint, which would be somewhat distracting. So my glasses don't have all of the benefits that a pair of task glasses that you might consider purchasing have, but they still make it so that I can work a lot longer and a lot more comfortably each day. I notice it immediately as soon as I sit down. As soon as I put my task glasses on, the screen's in focus, everything else is a little bit blurry. It actually helps me with distraction a little bit, I guess, but they work brilliantly. I recommend you take a look at task glasses if you spend a lot of time at the computer. The next thing is sit-stand desks. Now, I've done a video in the past on sit-stand desks. The research is in. You don't have to wonder if sit-stand desks benefit you. They do. We spend too much time sedentary and sitting. It is not good for us. All of our organs get all compressed and pushed together. We have blood pooling and all sorts of nastiness happening in all sorts of places because we are sitting in the same place. And then when we get focused on a task, We might be there for 45 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour, 2 hours without moving. And you know the effect when you stand up and walk away from the desk to go get a cup of coffee or something, all of the stiffness and the soreness, that is a bad sign. So you can tell immediately the damage that you're doing to yourself. Sit-stand desks, of course, let us mitigate all of that damage by allowing us to stand while we're working in a comfortable position. Now, I use a sit-stand desk called the Ergotron, which is designed for the Mac that I use, and it's on this kind of hydraulic arm that goes up or down. It's pretty darn cool, actually, as it goes up and down. And so I can instantly shift position from sitting to standing. It's got a big spring inside that balances it. It's pretty fancy. But you can get nice basic systems that allow you to just raise and lower based on a lever or based on a gearing system so that you can change the position. Now, you don't have to stand all day. Just a couple of hours of standing will make a difference. But one thing I would encourage you to consider when you do get a sit-stand desk is consider the where you're standing, getting a pad underneath. A lot of the different pads have different levels, so you can move your feet 1 foot up or down so you can shift your position. Locking off your knees and standing is really almost as bad in some ways as sitting for long periods of time. It's hard on your hips and it's hard on other joints. So making sure that your lower body is somewhat fluid and moving around is a big benefit in the sit-stand desk world. Sit-stand desks, I can't recommend them enough. They are fantastic. And the Ergotron that I've been using for years has probably added years to my life. I'm not positive, but I think it might have. The third thing I'm going to talk about today is the chair that you choose. Now, when I began shooting this video series a few years back, I purchased a ball chair for two reasons. One is I heard the ball chair would increase my core strength and be good for my core. And indeed it was. I felt a benefit in my core and in my abs. The other reason that I bought it is it didn't have a back, which meant when I'm shooting with the green screen, the way that I shoot my videos, is I wouldn't have the back of a chair in the shot all the time. So it was a win-win situation. Sat on the ball chair for several years. Lately, my hips have been getting a little bit sore on it. I think that's partially getting old, and it's also just partially the way what happens when you're sitting on a ball all the time. But then I was introduced to the folks at Core Chair. They sent me one of these chairs. Now, these chairs introduced the idea of active sitting to my life. Active sitting is when you're sitting, but you're staying moving. You see how these people are moving around all the time? Just that little bit of motion, because the chair is sitting kind of on a gimbal that doesn't lock off for you, although you can lock it off if you choose, but why would you? Because you're going to get so much benefit out of the active sitting. And so you just end up wobbling and constantly in motion all of the time that you're sitting in it. And a lot of research indicates that that's even better for you than standing in some cases. This constant motion is good for you. It mitigates many of the issues with sitting. Now, I'm not quite as silly as doing the knee lifts and all of that sort of stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a phenomenally built chair, high quality. It doesn't have the back, so I can use it for this sort of work here. And I am noticing that my core is more engaged and even more, I feel it even more in my core than I did with the ball chair, which I'd reached a stasis with. Now, it's a manufactured in Canada product. They're not cheap. They're about $1,000, but a good quality office chair is going to cost you that anyways. Full disclosure, they did give me mine for free, but they will also extend a little bit of a bonus to the Dottotech community. We'll put a code in the description, and if you are interested, there's a 10% discount available to you if you want to try out the Core Chair. I recommend it. I think it's been great for me. It's a healthy alternative to the regular chair for just regular sitting. So that's it for today. Our 3 tips that are going to make you wiser. And each one of these not only makes you healthier, but makes you more productive because you have more energy, you're more comfortable through the day. First of all, task glasses. Get the proper eyewear for the computer. Even if you don't require prescription glasses, task glasses can reduce the amount of eye strain that you have on the computer on a daily basis, make you more productive, reduce eye strain. Sit-stand desk, standing for part of the day is just a good idea. And when you are sitting, sit on a Core Chair. It will make a huge difference. I hope you found today's video to be useful. There's 2 things that I need you to do. First is please subscribe to this channel. Secondly, please subscribe to our newsletter so I can tell you about all of our upcoming trainings, tutorials, and webinars. Till next time, I'm Steve Dotto. Have fun storming a castle.